Hi everyone, welcome to Dawn News. Today is August 10th. This goes live August 11th, and I have a bunch of news today. Timer is fixed, by the way. Recording is fixed. We're here in max quality and max samples, so you should be getting the best experience. Also, I am recording this in CQP instead. If you don't know what that is, it is basically using your graphics card, and it's running a lot better. It should look better instead of having those blurs every so often. So, let's get right into the news. I'm going to check one thing first. Right here. Make sure we are all good. Okay. So today we'll be discussing Exoprimal. Dino Crisis is a phenomenal PS1 game. And if they do a crossover with Exoprimal, that would be really cool. Absolutely amazing. I think, okay, I'm reading one of the developers' thoughts on it here. But yeah, Dino Crisis is a really great game, and if it comes to Exoprimal, that would be really cool. The next story we have here is Avowed was set to be multiplayer until Obsidian refocused things. Okay. It was going to be co-op, and now it's not. This isn't surprising. This is fine. It's not it's a silly Skyrim. Sure. Okay. I think it'll be fine. I don't really like Skyrim or any of the Elder Scrolls games, so I'm not really looking forward to this, but if you are, that's really cool. This really interests me. A retro receiver for PS1 and PS2. I wanted to do one PS2 game, and this might actually be really cool to use with it. And support firmware update. I don't know why that's a special feature. It lets you use any of these. Yep. But yeah, this is really neat. 8BitDo does a lot of really cool stuff, so I always try to show them off when we can here on the news. I always love retro stuff. Now, Nintendo registers numerous patents for Tears of the Kingdom, including loading screens. Now, if you played Tears of the Kingdom, which I haven't yet, I plan to stream it. Keep an eye out for my Twitch streams. There's very little loading in it. Okay, it's not. There's not. I don't know what they're doing quite yet. Technology used in the latest century. It's very weird, but okay. Made public 32 patents. 31 seem to be related to Tears of the Kingdom. Probably DLC. I assume these are going to be DLC stuff. Though I think a lot of this you can actually just do. These are neat. But yeah. Patent is the solution providing the game process. Yep. Very neat stuff. With their parent are running in the background. Nintendo's been criticized. I don't think there's any harm in patenting. Over patenting. Game display method, move in direction indicated. Okay, Sega motorcycle. This is awesome. It's a game display method that permits characters in a city okay. It will put characters behind a motorbike viewed. Sega makes a lot of arcade machines. In fact, and they use computers to run the arcade machines. And I think this would be really awesome. This is expired lifetime. Okay. This would be really awesome for it to be used in an arcade machine. I would go and use it. I would go to an arcade machine just to see it. Definitely be interested in doing that. Alright, our next thing up today is PlayStation Plus game catalog for August. My bad. This is really cool. Destiny 2, Story Humans, Golf Course, Sea of Stars, that's pretty neat. Moving Out, But Lost Judgment, if you have PlayStation Plus, go play this game. This game is amazing. Honestly, this whole thing is pretty amazing. Sea of Stars, I might check out. Might be pretty cool. But for everything else, I played a little bit of Destiny 2. Didn't really like it because I stay away from microtransactions. Very addicting policy, and I don't support it, and I don't play games with it in it. Sony's financial report hints at a first-party delay. Get rid of that ad. Games are costing more to make, and Sony isn't making as much money. So, yeah, I'm not surprised by this. Do I think Xbox is going to take over eventually? No, but I think they're going to definitely start winning here eventually, because I think Sony's losing their way with this, but they don't have much money to throw down as Xbox does to start winning, and I think they really need that if they plan to keep up in the game here. Speaking of Sony, I want to look at their financial results here, which we saw a little bit, but they're overall down. I think they're still up money-wise, but I think they're actually not doing as well as they should. I'm actually surprised by these numbers, saying that the PlayStation sold 40 million in people's hands, and this is all they have to show for it, is very surprising. Alright, another thing about PlayStation, Project Chronos is what they're calling the cloud streaming. As we talked about in yesterday's news, it will support 4K. It'll probably support the Project Q. And I will probably say, I love what they're doing, but I'm going to probably say that they're going to, it's 5 gigabit latency. But if I was to program a streaming service, and I think this is what they're doing, they would stream it to your console, right? Obviously. And then load it into RAM. Or use your GPU's processor to load the assets quickly, then put all of it in as much into RAM as possible, and then do that. So it'll always be behind what's coming down, basically what you're downloading and uploading at the same time. But you won't notice that, and the console will basically take the latency, show it, and then load it. And then that's how I would do it. I don't know what they're talking about. The SSD is very fast. If you're streaming, I don't think you're using your SSD at all unless you're downloading something and loading it, because all the loading screens and all that will be done by the streaming service, and won't be done by your console unless you're downloading the game. But yeah, I think they will download it, put it in, run it through the graphics card or the graphics portion of the device, and then load it into RAM. That's how I would do it. It would take a lot of RAM, though. Like a lot of your main area. Alright, our last story of the day is White April O'Neil. Now, we talked about April O'Neil and how she's depicted as a black person. They say speculation the character will be depicted as white in other markets. I think she will. I thought this for the whole time. She's just black for the States, which is, if this is the case, like, here's the toy, which is white, and here's a toy which is black. Honestly, it is so racist if that's the case. If in China or in like Australia or Japan or Europe, she's white and she's only black here, that's even more racist than, here's a great picture, that's even more racist than freaking her just being black, like just black in general, because she was always white, other than when they first made her where she was a half. But this is crazy, and honestly, this just makes it even worse. Like, honestly, this just makes this so bad. I am literally speechless about this. It's bad for both sides of your thought process. If you support the black, then this sucks. This is terrible. If you support the white toy, then you don't get it in your country. You can still buy this toy in the US, but you don't get it here in the movie. So, yeah, not cool. Not cool, Hollywood. Seriously, what are you doing? Seth Rogen, what are you doing? I don't support this decision. Just choose one, okay? Have you ever heard the phrase, when you try to please everybody, you please no one? Well, that's this. No one's happy now. Well, that's the news for the day. I know I was a little quiet today. I just wanted to go over the news and have a little interesting. I got a lot to do today, so I just wanted to be, nice and cool today. But if you liked what you saw, and I want you to come back tomorrow, please hit the subscribe button, like the video if you would, comment, because I need comments for this comment of the video section. Please comment. Like, if you do anything, just comment. I really would love to see comments. I will read all of them, and I appreciate all of them. And remember, I'm Don Solomon, the Dawn of everything, and don't you forget it. And have a good one, everyone.